Hi, this is Emily Burmis with 120 Seconds to Better Leadership. So, in advance of our webinar about COVID related burnout and stress on Tuesday, the 26th at noon Eastern, I do want to share one example of COVID stress and one tip for helping relieve COVID stress. Really quick story. So, I was at the barn. It's actually a super sad story, but I was at the barn where my horses are, and my girlfriend's horses are there too, and her mom is often there, and her mom is like 87, but when I say 87, you basically have to picture a very sassy, very young 60-year-old, because that's exactly how she seems, and she's someone that's quite social, very active, and very vibrant. And she was passing through the barn, and we're all, of course, social distancing, and normally I would give her a big hug, and she just said, it was the only thing she said, it was very strange, she just said, "I feel so abandoned." And it was so hard to hear that perspective. And as an older person, I'm sure she's, doing more due diligence than most on social distancing, which is probably appropriate medically. But it really points to what I think is a topic that's not really being discussed enough, which is that our lifeline is our social community. And without that, it creates a level of stress I think people are underestimating in themselves. The other story that I keep hearing is guilt. People feel really guilty. I'm not doing my job my best. My attitude's not the best. I'm losing my temper. I'm not being the best parent that I could be. I'm not checking in on people enough. So I'm hearing a lot of guilt. But abandonment, that was the first time I heard the term abandonment. And it just killed me to hear that from such a social woman with such a strong social community. So here's my point for the stories and my tip for how to feel better during COVID. On days, I'm very planful about my days. That's what I need right now. I'm not usually that way, but that's what I need right now. And on days when I put it on my list to contact 2 or 3 people, they could be old clients, old friends, new clients, new friends, people I just thought were cool that I wanted to meet and never spent time with because I was so busy before. And I just reach out and say, "Hey, I just want to know how you're doing, really." And sometimes I go to voicemail and I don't hear back. And sometimes people pick up and they're like, "I'm so glad you checked on me." So from my perspective, the things that we do that signal to our own selves that we have more than we need, meaning I have enough fulfillment and safety in my life that I can check on people that I know and care about because I have enough to give, makes me feel like I have more to give, which makes me feel better. So if you haven't done it yet and you're not one to do it, and I'm not a sentimental person, so this is not like my first instinct always, but if you can just take a couple times a week, 45 minutes to check on people that you're wondering about or curious about, it will absolutely help them and make their day. And it will also help you feel so much better about what you do have and the resources that you do have at your disposal. And it's the right thing to do right now. So don't forget to join us for our webinar. I've never done one by myself before, so hopefully it goes okay. It is again on the 26th. I know that's the day after Memorial Day, so hopefully it still works for folks. But it's at noon, so for my Chicago friends, should be able to fit it into your lunch hour. For my Midwestern friends, most of you should be able to too. Everybody else, I'm sure there'll be a recording that you can send later. I'm not sure. So look for links in the post, and I hope to see you there. Please join me.